Hey everyone, welcome back to Trail Talks, the podcast where we talk about growth, the messy, the beautiful, and everything in between. I'm your host, Kelly Kruger, founder of Kelly Michelle Coaching, where we focus on mindset, emotional intelligence, and leadership, all grounded in real life and real science. And joining me is my co-host and partner in growth, founder of Leading People LLC, Tara Stinnett, a leadership trainer and facilitator who brings insight, curiosity, and real-world perspective to every episode. So wherever you're listening from today, we're glad you're here, and thank you for joining us on the trail.
Let's do it. Hey guys, welcome back. We're so excited to be here. And again, as always, thank you so much to all of our listeners and all the support that we've been receiving. It has been absolutely phenomenal. We're so glad that you guys love us so much that you join us every week. It's amazing. And today we have a pretty interesting topic to talk about. But first, Kel, we didn't ask each other last episode. How are you feeling? We didn't do it.
I just had 15 minutes worth of technical difficulties. I'm a little frustrated right now.
All
Oh my God. I'm feeling good.
That's good.
How are
Me
you
too.
feeling?
I'm tired because it's been a
Yeah.
long week. It's only Monday, guys, but it's only Monday. But but I am feeling inspired because I had a really good class today that I was actually participating in. So feeling inspired, but also very tired.
Yeah, it's been a long week.
It's been a long
What class are you in?
True Colors.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah, I'm going to be an instructor for True Colors. It's basically a personality assessment, and they break it down into 4 easy colors: green, blue, orange, and gold. And it kind of lets you know like what your
Is it like 4 lenses? Is it 4 lenses?
It's not 4 lenses, but it's similar. I
Okay.
learned
I think
something
I
about
think
4
I have
lenses.
I think I have that here. After the episode, I'll show you, but I think I have a little booklet.
So yeah, similar to 4 lenses, but it's called True Colors Personality Assessment. It basically helps leadership lead their people, understand how they work, how they operate, how they communicate. A lot of it is based around communication though.
What color are you?
I'm an orange green.
What's orange green?
Orange is the crazy person. So I'm very adventurous, spontaneous, but I'm a quick thinker, quick on my feet, things like that. But I
There's
need
no
writing.
but. There's no but. It's and. It's
And okay, and there we go. And I don't really like routine and I hate to be put in a box. Yeah.
understandable.
Yes. Yep. But and the gold was my very last. Gold is like you're super organized and things have to be
Oh,
you follow the
okay.
rules. And I'm like, oh, no
No.
way, Jose.
I like rules, but I don't think I'm very organized.
Yeah. I mean, rules have to exist, but
I like structure, but I don't think I'm organized.
yeah.
All right, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about environment and
Why environment is important.
yeah, how it can also help you grow. Because we talk a lot about mindset and changing your mindset. We don't really talk about environment, how that also affects your mindset.
Yeah, we touched on it in an earlier episode. It might have been 7 or 8 when we were talking about goal setting, but
Yeah.
we briefly touched on it, and then I think we talked about it in the Gritty 8, which had to do with the journey of the goal, and then we briefly talked about it last week. So then we decided, "Hey, let's take a deeper look at this." And we're fans of John Maxwell,
We are.
and in John Maxwell's Laws of Growth, 15 laws of invaluable growth. And yeah, I think it number 6, the law of the
I think it
environment.
is.
Yep. So that's so yeah, we're gonna talk about the environment. So what do we mean by environment?
It could be several things. It can be your workplace, your group of friends, and who you surround yourself with, social media, and even your own home.
Yeah, I just talked about this with the students actually the last few weeks I have. And you can go to, well, let's just talk about you. You're doing the True Colors, and you're probably going to be very, very motivated after. You're going to have a lot of momentum to apply what you're learning. But if you go back to your workplace or a space that is important to you and the environment isn't supporting your growth, then what's going to happen?
Yeah. I mean, we can start with physical environment.
Yeah.
And it means like your home, your workspace, like
Mhm.
clutter, organization, even the lighting. Heck, having no windows can affect your environment and how and your productivity within your workplace.
Yeah, your home is everything. It's got to bring you peace.
Oh, yes. That's why yesterday when you were like, "Do you wanna do the podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah," because I went on a throwaway spree. Like, I cleaned out all the drawers. Everything needed to be organized. I was, like, freaking out. But I feel better today because I did it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like you sleep better just knowing you have a clean home.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. But
So
the other
yeah, it's different kinds of environments. So this is the physical, it's your home, your workspace, clutter or organization, lighting and noise, routines and structure. So if your home is full of distractions, junk food and chaos, it becomes harder to build healthy habits. So
yeah, and
is your home supporting your growth? Is your home supporting you improving or building better habits?
yeah. And then if we take it back to the workplace as well, I know for me, I mean, if you're in the military and you're active duty, probably don't have much of a choice. But if you're in the corporate world, you kind of do have a choice of where you want to work, right? And I did some research, and Google is the number one search engine or whatever is the most creative because of how their environment that they provide. Hell, they have nap pods
Yeah,
at
isn't that
Google.
crazy?
Nap pods, and then they just allow their people to have ownership of their projects. They allow them to work from wherever they feel innovative and creative at. And
Well,
for
yeah,
me, that's important. I need that.
autonomy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that goes back to God, I forgot his name. I have his book. I'll come up with it in a minute. But it's about what motivates people. And
Mhm.
we're all motivated by autonomy, mastery, and purpose. And autonomy is figuring things out, working on your own time, being trusted to do so. And
Yeah.
we all want autonomy. It's Daniel Pink. That's the
Okay.
author of the book Drive. It's a great book, but he specializes in motivation theory. And the three things are autonomy, mastery, purpose. And all of that is tied to intrinsic motivation.
Mm,
Trying to get away from extrinsic, which still exists somewhat, but intrinsic, and it's autonomy. And COVID, for the 2 or 3 years we were in
mhm.
COVID, post COVID, we were able to have a little bit of autonomy with
Yeah.
remote work, telework, and and then the mastery is we all want to be really good at what we do.
Mhm.
And then the purpose is we thrive on purpose. Like we all need purpose. And purpose I know is very important for us.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so physical environment, workspace, clutter, organization, lighting and noise. Yeah, like when I talked about the peace index this morning with the class, and it's something I'm still learning, place is one of the 5 pieces. It's people, so the top 10 favorite people in your life.
Mhm.
Provisions, that's your earnings. Purpose is another one. I forgot all 5. But anyway, and one of them is
Mhm.
place, and that's your spaces. It's your spaces in your home, at work, like where are your places, and do those places bring you peace?
Mhm. Yeah, someone once told me, they were like, people that you see out every single night or all the time, like hanging out at the bars, the clubs, and always out to eat, or it's always anywhere but home. There's like they don't like their house. There's something
Yeah.
there that they don't like. Like seriously, it doesn't bring them peace. Whatever it is.
I know.
So that's what
I've learned it from my mom like my whole life, and my mom always said, "Make your home your sanctuary, like your sacred place." And
Mhm.
she loves going home. And even when I'm there visiting, like I love just sitting there and because of her home, it brings me peace.
Mhm.
And that's what she helped me build here is a peaceful home for Jordan and I. So you love coming home because you know it brings you peace.
Yeah.
It's a game changer.
It really
And
is.
then and really, like, how do you everybody's piece looks different. Their homes look different. It's what brings you peace. What
Mhm.
do you like? I know we wanna go to bed and have a clean house. You know?
Nothing, no better feeling than when the dishes and everything are done.
Yeah. Yeah.
What in your house has is your, like, safe haven? Like, is it the couch? Is it the bed? Your
The
kitchen have to be
couch.
a certain way?
I will say the couch and where I'm sitting right now.
Oh, nice.
Like, my office. The podcast it's an emotional outlet for me, so doing this sort of work is brings me peace. Oh, it's peace and purpose. But here or I'm just sitting on the couch doing nothing or watching TV.
Nice.
What about you?
Oh, mine's my bed. I actually just bought a new one because I felt like I wasn't comfortable. No, seriously, I like a really high bed in the so, sweet Rachel gets Wayfair things for free for some reason. I don't know how she got that, but she did.
Oh,
She you get it, and then you just have to rate it and leave a review. And so somehow she got that and she's had it for years. She goes, "Hey, there's a bed on here. Do you want it?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because I was looking for a new bed frame,
yeah.
and I'm like, "It's just too low to the ground," so I literally had to go buy another one. So I can't wait to put all brand new stuff and it just sink
Mm.
in and 100,000 pillows. Oh,
Mhm.
can't wait. Definitely my bed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my bed brings me peace too. I don't know why I kept my bed out of there, but it brings me peace.
The couch is your favorite, that's okay.
Yeah. Anywhere where I could sit. Anywhere where there's a chair.
Yeah, I was like, "There's a trend here."
Yeah, I mean, just, different seating areas, I'm good with.
Yeah, yeah. You wanna move
Um,
on to number 2?
yeah, what's the next type of environment we're gonna talk about?
Social environment.
Oh, okay. You are who you hang with, right? So the people you spend time with, it's the social contagion. If your friends are all working out, you're gonna work out. If your friends are obese, you're probably gonna be obese. It's you are who you hang out with, your closest people. So here we have friends, coworkers, family, mentors, communities. What else on that one?
Oh. It just says that research shows behavior spreads socially. So,
Yes.
basically who you hang out with, you'll pick up some of their habits, basically. And that just brings me to, like, your social environment and I guess for your own growth. How are they growing? What are they doing? You
Mhm.
said before, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Mhm.
And, I forget where I heard this from or learned it. It was some book, but it was saying, like, you should not hang out with people who think the same as you. Because you should be challenged by your friends at
Right.
some point. Obviously, you're gonna have, like, maybe the same moral compass, but if I'm wrong about something, I also want you to tell me that instead of
Mhm.
just agreeing with everything I say, because there's no growth in that. You have to be challenged in some type of way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you're hanging out with people with negative behaviors, you're probably going to adopt negative behaviors. If you're hanging out with people or your closest people, your inner circle has positive behaviors, then you'll adopt positive behaviors. But yeah, if you're what's your color? It was
Orange.
orange green.
Orange.
Orange, then you might not want to hang out with everybody that's orange green because you want different perspectives.
Yeah. We
And
talked
it's
about that
okay
when it
to
came
it
to
and it's okay to be challenged. Like we want to be challenged.
yeah. It's the only way you can grow, really. We even talked about that, how it relates to relationships, and that usually, like an orange isn't dating an orange. If you are, well, I could imagine we'd be wild.
Yeah.
Somebody has to be, somebody has to be even keeled here. They say usually it's the opposite of your color because they're filling a void or they have a strength that is your weakness.
Two oranges would be in competition. Can you imagine that?
Ugh. We'd probably be fighting in the kitchen, wrestling.
Is Vanessa's an orange, I think.
I believe it.
And yeah, like a blue.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh my god, if we were both oranges, holy cow.
can't
Nope.
imagine it. We're
Mm-mm.
fun though. Oranges are fun.
No, I know. Hey, yeah, so that's the social contagion theory. So if your close friends are a certain way, the chances of you adopting those behaviors is probably 50, 60%. So, an example, if your close friends become obese, your chances of becoming obese increase by 57%, not because you're eating the same meals or you're genetically related, but because behaviors and norms spread through social networks. Same thing happens with positive behaviors. If your friends start exercising, you're going to start exercising. If your friends are eating healthy, you're going to eat healthy. If your friends are doing growth classes and building better habits, more than likely you're going to build better habits. Very important to always reflect on your inner circle and who is in your inner circle and what habits are they building. All right, next one.
Yep. Digital environment.
Oh god, where do we begin with this?
I talked about it when I couldn't say amygdala last week, but yeah.
So there's so much. I don't social media and anxiety in teens. I was looking this up. Let's see. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania asked participants to limit social media use to just 30 minutes a day. After a few weeks, the participants reported significantly lower levels of loneliness and depression. Simply changing the digital environment changed how people felt. And I will tell you, like, after doing some research on peace and the peace index and where we're at, I don't know currently what those statistics are, but I know in the last 3 years, people's peace has decreased and sadness has increased. And why do we think that is?
Cyberbullying,
Yeah,
you know, and lack of connection.
I don't know all of the reasons, but one is probably a lot of scrolling and screen time. And because social media is really highlight reels. That's what it is. Facebook is
Mhm.
highlight reels. It's not really reality. And so
Yeah.
people do a lot of comparing of their lives, and then before you know it, 80% of their day is behind a screen. And they're not socializing. There isn't human interaction. It's screen interaction, which isn't real. Um, so it's interesting that the peace has gone down, sadness has gone up. A large study of adolescents in the UK found that teenagers who spent more than 3 hours a day on social media, which is very easy to do, by the way, had a significantly higher risk of mental health challenges, including anxiety and depressive symptoms.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a negative space too, like, people are just kinda mean. Because you can say whatever you want and not get punched in the face like old school, you know what I mean? So people just get on there and they cyberbully. And then, like you said, the lack of connection, which is also interesting to me because I was just watching a podcast on my way home from work today, and it was during COVID though, was when it was posted, and they're part of this some network. I think it was real estate, and they were just excited to be on Zoom, and
Mhm.
they were talking about at that time they were talking about how it's nice to be able to still have some type of connection even though we say like, "Oh, this isn't real," but back when you have no connection, it becomes reality, and so they were just like, "Oh, it's so nice that we at least have Zoom and we can still connect." It's like it's but
Yeah. How
nothing better
crazy
than
is
connecting in
that
person.
since Zoom has been, introduced to us and how much it really has saved us.
Yeah.
And eh, virtual, right? Like Zoom will never compare to in-person interaction. It will never compare to human interaction,
Yeah.
but it does something better than no interaction.
Better than nothing, yeah. Exactly, yeah.
So with the social media and the highlight reels, that's called comparison culture. Social media presents highlight reels, not reality. Our brains compare our normal life to someone else's best moments. And it's a dopamine loop.
Mhm.
And then people like to get their emojis. They like to get their likes. They like to get notification and they scroll and they scroll and they get their dopamine hit and all those dopamine reward cycles. And then it becomes a habit. And the 2 hours becomes 3 hours. The 3 hours becomes 5 hours. And before you know it, your whole day, you've been on social media and your habit is formed,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's
And
gonna be
then,
tough to break that habit.
yeah, and your brain processes repeated information as reality because your, here we go. Me and the brain. Kelly is clearly the neuroscience person. I mean, I know what it is, but I have my own way of processing it, and I don't use right. This is not what I call it. But I think it's technically the hippocampus, but that's not.
Mm, hippocampus is memory. Yeah.
but it stores everything, right? No matter what. Because it said crucial for transforming short term, often subconscious sensory, input
The
into long term memories. Okay, so
hippopotamus.
the hippopotamus part of your brain, the hippocampus stores everything subconsciously.
Yeah.
So when you're constantly seeing the short reels and the repeated information, it then becomes reality to your brain.
Yeah. And then you just continue to do it because everything that you do throughout the day, like every reaction you have or every response is two things. And we've talked about it before, the five senses and your history, what you've already done. So as those habits are formed, they're going to be tough to break because you're just, this is your new habit and it's
Mhm.
the new normal. And we operate on default, what, 50,
Yeah.
60% of our lives, of 50, 60% of our day is us in our default mode and just doing things out of habit. So it's going to be tougher to then break that habit of scrolling.
Yeah. And we're not saying don't scroll. We already admitted we are
Look, we
avid scrollers here. However, you can create your own digital environment just like you can your physical one, just like you can your social one. Your digital environment can be created. You can change your algorithms,
Yep.
you
I
know.
was I was I was looking for my timer here, my Pomodoro timer that, hey, limit your time on social media, y'all. If you know you get addicted to TikTok real quick, and look, it's your algorithm. So there are certain things I like watching on TikTok that really make me laugh. That's funny and entertaining. So just limit it. Just, hey, 15, 20 minutes on TikTok just to check out, these five or six, whatever they're called, profiles,
Reels.
reels,
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm saying no fun and games until you're belly laughing until 3 a.m. You got to be up at 5. I mean,
Yeah.
the problem.
Oh, there's so many fun ones I love watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, nearly half of what we do every day isn't the result of a decision, it's the result of habits triggered by the environment. All right, what's the next one? So we had physical, social, digital, and
Emotional.
emotional.
An emotional
Wow.
environment. That's interesting.
Yeah, this one is invisible, supportive environments, critical environments, fearful and growth oriented. So where we feel psychologically safe, which
Mhm.
number one factor for high performing teams have a
Yes, absolutely.
psychologically safe environment,
Yep.
which when you
Definitely so.
feel psychologically safe, then it opens an opportunity for growth and learning. You feel safe to speak up, you feel safe to learn, to grow.
Yeah, because if you go into work every day, feel like you're walking on eggshells. You're going to be judged or micromanaged or whatever the case may be. I mean, that's psychological safety. That's no trust, no, that falls into more than one category, but you're not going to get the most out of your employee if they're not psychologically safe. You're not going to get the most out of your partner if they don't feel psychologically safe.
So what's the key to building a psychologically safe environment in your workplace?
I would say trust,
Mm,
autonomy for sure. If I feel like I'm not going to get in trouble because I made a mistake and we use it as a learning opportunity instead, then I'm going to grow from that. The same. If I did get in trouble, okay, I can fix it. But am I gonna take that risk again? Am I gonna be that creative? Am I gonna be that innovative? No, absolutely not, because I'm afraid to get in trouble. But if it's safe, if I feel safe and I feel like my manager or leader is using it as a learning moment, because that's really what it is, um, then I'm more likely to one, still be careful, still fix it, learn from it, and still be innovative and creative.
have you, in your career, have you been in a psychologically safe environment?
Yes.
What made it psychologically safe?
It was when you were my supervisor. What made it safe is that I knew I wasn't we weren't
I
okay, we
do
weren't
believe I do believe we were all in a psychologically safe environment. So I want to give our listeners some examples of what that environment looks like and feels like. And if you were on the receiving end of it, then you would know.
yeah, so one of the things that I can vividly remember is that if we you trusted us to do the job. You
Hmm.
sent us out there and said, "Here is what I need. However you get there is up to you." Then micromanage, so there's that. who trusted us to do it, even when no one else did. And if we did mess up and we were going to get in trouble, not by you, but you were going to get in trouble. You were standing at attention with us in front of the commander. Hey, I let him do it. And here's why. And you had our back. So we felt safe and we wanted to work our behinds off because of that.
Yeah, so that first factor was building an environment of trust
Yes.
that I'm sure there were times I micromanaged, but for the most part, it was you guys do it. Like the sky is the limit sometimes in what we can do, and it all depends on the career field and the mission and everything. And we happened to be in one at time where we could take some risks and have some fun and still stay within left and right limits. And it was giving you guys the autonomy to figure out how to do things. But when you look back on that, it was those 3 areas of intrinsic motivation. It was I gave you guys a lot of autonomy.
Mhm.
Yes, here's the desired end state. This is what I need you to do. You guys go do it. And I don't think you ever wanted to let me down. And I never wanted to let you guys down. That came from the trust that we had that we were like a family. And then there
Mhm.
was mastery because all we did was train.
And you
That's
made it fun.
that yeah, and we
It was
made
always
it
a game.
fun. And we made it fun, but that's all
Yeah.
we did was just train and train and train until we were the best at what we did. And then it was purpose that we knew our purpose. Everywhere we went, we all had that shared understanding and purpose of why we did what we did. And when we were in that environment as a family, as a unit, people can see people outside looking in can see the morale. It was very clear that we were very happy to be around each other. We had a lot of fun. We laughed a lot, and we just worked very, very hard. And when you look at and I know we talk about it in one of our courses that you facilitate. We talk about boosting those natural chemicals, those feel good chemicals. And I'm going to go through them real quick and help me go through them too. But there's 4. And this is, I believe, one of the formulas for a healthy environment. The 4 chemicals, it's the dose, the acronym dose. And the first one is dopamine. That's the motivation and reward chemical. We were always rewarding each other, and when
Yeah.
we weren't informally, we were doing it formally. We always were recognizing each other. So, small achievable goals. We celebrated a lot. We celebrated progress. We learned. And then the next one, the O, is the oxytocin. That's the connection and trust. That's probably what we had the most was connection.
Yeah.
We really were a family. We didn't want to out with anybody else but each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
And and what was good was even our senior NCOs, when we went to a UTA, we knew that you were our responsibility, that if people wanted to go to dinner, we were gonna take you all to dinner. Like,
Mhm.
it was that,
Yep.
like, "Is everybody gonna eat this evening? And let's make sure everybody eats." That's how close we were. Acts of kindness, physical touch, oh, we hugged a lot, we were huggers.
Even though back then they were like, "You're not supposed to be hugging each other." Like,
We
"Okay,
were hugging. Oh, I still hug, I still hug.
I do too."
Um The S, so that was dopamine and oxytocin, and the serotonin is the status and well-being chemical. This is confidence, feelings of significance, exercise, reflecting on accomplishments, gratitude practices, and feeling respected and valued. The V word, everybody wants to feel valued. They wanna be a valued member of an organization, of a team. And I believe we did that.
Yeah.
And then the E is endorphins, and that's the exercise, that's the music, that's the laughter.
Yeah.
In the beginning of our chief course, we ask people what their walk-up song is, what their theme song.
I love that.
And
That's fun.
and at first they kinda look at us like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Trust
Yeah.
me, there's a reason." And then we build a playlist because when you set the environment is many things, and one thing it's music, and people love music. And I
Mhm.
remember the first time I was at Homestead and I had an enlisted call or an airman's call, and that was one of the first things I did, and it was virtual. and I asked them to build the Spotify playlist, and they typed all their songs in a chat, and then I had a playlist to listen to on the drive home. And I mean, they were all excited about it. Like, cool. I mean, you connect with people through the music that they listen to.
Mhm.
So it's music. They have in here dancing, and we did dance at times, and
Yeah.
then laughter and exercise. So it's the dose, DOSC, or yeah, DOSE. That is one of the formulas for the environment. When you can build that formula and make that formula work for your environment, people will be in a psychologically safe environment and people will want to learn and grow, and there will be trust. When you don't have that in the environment, what happens? Well, they go to the cheap chemicals, the cheap dopamine and the scrolling, and maybe back to some bad habits. So it's very important as leaders to set that environment. And there's so many different ways you can set that environment. It's people need to be in an environment to thrive and grow. And we compare it to fish in a tank, right? Remember
Yeah.
that? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what do fish need? They need clean water.
Yeah.
They need to
Important.
be fed. They need other fish of certain species that they can connect with. And what happens when the water gets toxic? You clean that freaking water,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
It's taking care of the environment so people can thrive.
Yes. I like that you said purpose because I left that out but when I was talking about it, but I do remember that because we had what we considered bottom of the barrel type of job. It felt like it. It was not. It's very important. Very important. I know
Oh,
that.
us?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be very smart to be in our career field.
But when you say purpose, I do remember learning that from right at a very young age because I remember going to other bases and I was surprised at the amount of members that didn't know what our purpose was and why our job was so important. They had this negative thought process about our job, and I just remember bringing that information with me. Purpose
Yeah.
is important. You need to know why we're here and why we're doing this.
Yeah, yeah, and purpose is everything. What we did was we took what did you say, bottom of the barrel career field?
Yeah.
We but look at what we did with it.
Yeah. You made it
Like,
fun.
we made it fun, we were very proud, and people saw
Mm.
it, and then they wanted to be in the career field.
Yep. They
Like,
did. And we were
that's legacy.
guys, I want you to know that we were such a family that we fought like brothers and sisters. Me and Gerald got into a flower fight. We were throwing flour at each other because we were mad about something. Then apologized and cleaned it up. Like, we were literally family. We fought
Yeah,
like it too. Yeah.
yeah, and we won a lot. We
Yes, we
won a
did.
lot because we
For
worked
that
very hard.
environment.
Yeah, we worked very hard for each other. Okay. All right, those were the 4 environments. What do we got next? Let's take the detour.
Take the detour.
Okay, so Tara and I are building a fantasy growth environment draft. So we each have a copy of different players or different environments. So for example, there's physical environment and there's 6 options under physical environment that we can choose. There's social environment, there's 6 under that. There's digital, emotional, and then there's also personal growth. So we're going to pick probably 2 from each and build our ultimate growth environment. So it's kind of like a fantasy football draft, but we're drafting our favorites to build like the ultimate growth environment for us. Do you want to go first? Start with
Sure.
physical environment. So just for the listeners, some examples under physical are a phone-free morning routine, books visible in your living space, workout gear ready to go, a clean, organized workspace, healthy food visible and easy to grab, and a dedicated quiet thinking space.
Okay, for physical environments, I want to say, okay, I'm gonna go with healthy food, visible and easy to grab.
That's the one I was going to pick.
Oh,
That's a good one.
it is.
All
So
right,
this is
that's
for me.
yours. I'm going to go with a dedicated quiet thinking space.
That's good.
One more for you under that one.
Oh, okay. Workout gear ready to go.
Okay. That was going to be my second choice. It's so funny. I don't want to go with a phone-free
Me
morning.
either. So don't pick that one.
We're avoiding it. Okay, so
This is our draft.
a clean, organized workspace.
Okay, that's good.
And my workspace at work is not clean and organized, so I think both home and there, probably more so home, because I do a lot of work at home too, so a clean, organized workspace. It's so
Okay.
funny that we did not pick a phone-free morning routine.
That just can't be in my draft.
It
No,
can't
thank you.
it can't be in my job. Okay, we're gonna leave that there. All right, social environment. For the listeners, we have friends who are working toward goals, a mentor who challenges you, accountability partners, people who normalize growth and learning, being around disciplined people, a group that values honesty and feedback. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. Am I first or you?
Go ahead.
Okay. Obviously, people who normalize growth and learning.
Mm.
We wouldn't be doing this if that wasn't the case.
I'm gonna go with friends who are working toward goals.
Oh, are you writing this down so I don't have to, huh?
I'm writing down mine. I'm not reading
Oh,
down.
I was writing all of them down. Okay. Um, hard. Okay. Can I say a coach who challenges you? I don't understand a mentor.
Yeah.
Coach that challenges you.
I was not gonna pick that one, and I think it's funny that we were gonna stay away from that one too. A mentor who challenges you.
Just changed it. It's our draft.
Yeah. All right. So you got a coach. Why am I having a hard time with accountability partner?
Well, okay, a group that last one is
All right,
that
I'm gonna
sounds
go
as
with
harsh.
accountability partner because I'm trying to stay away from a group that values honesty and feedback. I
But
value
you're
honesty, but sometimes feedback is like it's too much. Sometimes, just too much.
sometimes you don't ask for it.
Yeah, like in moderation, please, folks. Accountability partners.
All right. Digital environments.
Yeah.
This one we
Okay.
have
Go
oh,
ahead.
you want me to go? This one we have notifications turned off, social media limits, podcasts or audiobooks during commutes, growth focused content in your feed, removing distracting apps, scheduling time blocks under. Okay. You go first.
This is really funny. Oh, definitely 15 podcasts or audiobooks during commutes. Specifically podcasts like
Okay.
trail talks.
Like trail talks.
What you got?
Uh, I'm gonna go scheduling time blocks on your calendar
Oh yeah, yeah. I
because
figured
I
you'd
need
pick
that.
that one.
Yeah.
Such a good one. This is so funny.
We know. I know exactly which ones you're steering clear
I
of
know. I'm gonna
because I
go
am
with
too.
growth focused content in my feed.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going with notifications turned off. I refuse to
Oh
turn off social media.
yeah, I would have done that too. But okay, so we are leaving on the table social media limits and removing distracting apps.
Yeah, absolutely not. Do they want us to grow or be miserable? Like, let's be real. So for
uh,
this one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe two each on this one, or one each on this one.
yeah, one
Emotional
each.
environment.
Yeah.
Right. For the emotional environment, we have people who celebrate effort, not just success, psychological safety to try and fail, a culture of encouragement, leaders who model vulnerability, friends who tell the truth.
Hmm. Am I going?
Yeah,
A culture of encouragement.
I knew it. I was looking at that one. I'm gonna go with the psychological safety to try and fail.
Mm, yeah, good. Okay, we're leaving on the table, not by choice. I mean, we were only picking, I would have picked all of these though. People who celebrate effort, leaders who model vulnerability, that would have been my next one. And then friends who tell you the truth. I don't need people to tell me the truth all the time though.
You do. We can't sugarcoat everything all the time.
In moderation.
We're self-aware. I think you'll be all right.
Yeah.
But
All
try to
right.
be.
Personal growth. What do we have under personal growth?
A journal for reflection, a weekly review habit, clear written goals, a vision board or visual reminders, learning environments, coaching or mentorship, and a habit tracker.
Mm.
These are all good.
All right. You want to go first?
Yes. I'm gonna have to go clear written goals.
Good. I'm going to do learning environments, courses, and books.
One more each.
Yeah.
Coaching. Kelly Michelle coaching specifically.
I'm gonna do a vision board.
Ooh,
I love the vision board. I love pictures. So what we're leaving on the table, a journal.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing it either.
I'll do like 30 days of
Uh,
gratitude and write something down each day, but not a journal.
a journal for reflection, a weekly review habit, and a habit tracker. So I guess we're just not into like the trackers.
Yeah.
Yeah, agree. All right,
Okay.
what does your team look like?
Well, I wrote down yours too, so now I got to remember what I picked. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'll go with mine and then you can cross them out.
All right. Go ahead.
So my top environment, and we can post these when we post the episode. Dedicated quiet thinking space, clean organized workspace. My coworkers would probably laugh at that. Friends working toward goals, accountability partners, podcasts, growth focused content in my feed, culture of encouragement, and a learning environment. So courses and books, and a vision board.
I think that's pretty good. We'd have one hell of a team if we put it together, huh?
Yeah, if
All
we
right.
were to
So
take this a step further, I would probably trade you one or two, but okay.
I don't even want to be in a draft with you or anyone in your family.
All right, go
No
ahead.
matter what you got.
What is your ultimate growth environment look like?
All right. It's healthy food, visible and easy to grab. Workout gear ready to go.
Mhm.
Um, oh gosh, where to go? Oh, people who normalize growth and learning,
Yeah.
and a coach who challenges you. And then I have scheduling time blocks on your calendar, notifications turned off, psychological safety, clear goals, and coaching.
Oh, great team.
Yeah.
That was fun. Hey, y'all, all we did was put that in ChatGPT and it gave us a bunch of examples. So it was a fun little thing. So you can do that too.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right. We hopping back on?
Yeah. Let's hop back on the trail.
All right. Tool time.
Is that a new thing?
Tool tool
Tool
time.
time.
All right, we already gave so we already gave some of the tools, which one of them is
Yeah.
the dose. I do want to say the dose, and I don't have the name of the creator of the dose, but we'll make sure we put it in the notes. So the to naturally boost those chemicals through the environment, the dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. That is laughter, it's recognition, it's connection, it's movement, all of those actions that would create a psychologically safe, healthy environment.
What else did we give?
I don't know. Where are the tools? Did I give the tools?
Well, one of them that we kind of just did on our detour is an environment audit.
Oh, yeah.
So you kind of pick out if you would get on ChatGPT, like we were saying, you can kind of pick out what you want your environment to look like. That way you can make changes within it. So the environment audit. Ask yourself 3 questions. Who influences my thinking the most? What environments energize me? What environments drain me? Called
Great.
environmental awareness.
Yep. Environment audit. Awesome. 3 questions. Another tool is change one environment instead of trying to change everything.
Mm.
Just change one. So it could be joining a gym if you currently don't belong to a gym and you want to build that healthy habit. Join a growth community, change morning routine, which could be no social media, no phone, limit social media, even getting up to exercise earlier in the morning. So change your morning routine, rearrange workspace. I already said limit social media. So small environmental changes can create large behavioral shifts.
I think that's enough tools.
Yeah, that's good. So we went through the dose, the
Mhm.
environment audit, the 3 questions: who influences my thinking the most, what environments energize me, what drains me, change one environment, just small changes. And then also think about things that bring you joy. Think about things that bring you peace. What kind of books do you like to read? What kind of movies do you watch? What kind of music do you listen to that brings you energy? right?
Yeah.
Are there certain songs that bring you energy? Just think about all the things that you like in your life that bring you joy, bring you peace, and set your environment like that. Are we good?
Yes.
All right, listeners, thanks for joining us on the trail. Until next time, keep growing and keep going, and we'll see you next time. Before we wrap up, if today's conversation resonated with you, you don't have to walk your journey alone. I offer emotional intelligence assessments with personalized coaching, one-on-one mindset coaching, and leadership development for teams and organizations. You can explore all of that at kellymichellecoaching.com, linked in the show notes. And I'll leave you with this. Awareness is powerful, but support is transformational.